In the world of baking, few things are as comforting and satisfying as the smell of freshly baked bread wafting through your home. The rhythmic kneading, the gentle rise of dough, and the golden crust that forms in the oven create an experience that is both an art and a science. With the advent of bread machines, the joy of baking has become more accessible than ever. These handy appliances take the guesswork out of the process, allowing even novice bakers to whip up delicious loaves with ease. Here, we explore 5 easy and delightful bread recipes that you can create in your bread machine, each offering unique flavors and textures that will elevate your baking game. The first recipe on our journey is a classic white bread, a staple that serves as the foundation for countless meals. This loaf is soft, fluffy, and perfect for sandwiches or simply toasting with a bit of butter. To start, gather the following ingredients: 1 cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 3 cups of bread flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Begin by adding the warm water to the bread pan of your machine. Sprinkle the sugar over the water, allowing it to dissolve before adding the oil. Next, carefully add the bread flour, ensuring it covers the liquid completely. This step is crucial, as it helps to create a barrier that keeps the yeast from coming into contact with the liquid too early. Make a small well in the center of the flour and add the salt on one side and the yeast on the other. Set your bread machine to the basic white bread setting. Select your desired crust color and press start. The machine will take care of the mixing, kneading, rising, and baking, while you can sit back and anticipate the delightful aroma that will soon fill your kitchen. In about 3 hours, you'll have a perfectly baked loaf of white bread, ready to slice and enjoy. Next, let's explore a whole wheat bread recipe that offers a heartier texture and a nutty flavor. Whole wheat bread is not only delicious, but also packed with nutrients. For this recipe, you'll need 1½ cups of warm water, 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 3 cups of whole wheat flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Just like with the white bread, begin by pouring the warm water into the bread pan. Stir in the honey and oil until well combined. Then, add the whole wheat flour, ensuring it covers the liquid. Create a well in the flour, adding the salt and yeast as you did before. Select the whole wheat setting on your bread machine, choose your desired crust color, and start the machine. This whole wheat bread will take a bit longer to bake than the white bread due to the density of the flour, but the wait is well worth it. The end result will be a robust loaf with a slightly sweet flavor, perfect for pairing with hearty soups or enjoying with a smear of peanut butter. Our third recipe takes us into the realm of savory baking with a delightful garlic and herb bread. This loaf is perfect for accompanying pasta dishes or simply enjoying with a drizzle of olive oil. To create this aromatic bread, gather 1 cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3 cups of bread flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic or garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of dried herbs, such as oregano or basil, and 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast. As with the previous recipes, start by adding the warm water to the bread pan, followed by the olive oil and sugar. Next, add the bread flour, ensuring it covers the liquid. In a small bowl, mix the salt, garlic, and herbs before adding them to the flour. Finally, create a well for the yeast and add it. Set your bread machine to the basic setting and choose a medium crust. The combination of garlic and herbs will infuse the bread with a delightful flavor that will elevate any meal. After about 3 hours, you'll be greeted by a golden loaf that is not only visually appealing but also bursting with savory goodness. For those who enjoy a touch of sweetness in their bread, our fourth recipe is a cinnamon raisin bread that is perfect for breakfast or an afternoon snack. This loaf is aromatic, with swirls of cinnamon and pockets of sweet raisins. To make this bread, you will need 1 cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, softened, 3 cups of bread flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1 cup of raisins, and 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Start by adding the warm water to the bread pan, followed by the sugar and softened butter. Mix until combined. Then add the bread flour, covering the liquid. In a small bowl, combine the salt and cinnamon and sprinkle it over the flour. Add the raisins to the mixture, followed by creating a well for the yeast. Select the sweet bread setting on your machine, choose your preferred crust color, and press start. The enticing aroma of cinnamon will fill your kitchen as the bread bakes. Once complete, you'll have a beautifully swirled loaf that is perfect for toasting or enjoying fresh out of the machine. Finally, we conclude our bread journey with a delightful and nutritious oat bran bread. This loaf is hearty and packed with fiber, making it a great choice for those looking to incorporate more whole grains into their diet. For this recipe, gather 1 cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 1 cup of oat bran, 2 cups of bread flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Begin by adding the warm water to the bread pan, followed by the honey and oil. Stir to combine. Next, add the oat bran and bread flour, ensuring the liquid is covered. Sprinkle the salt over the flour and create a well for the yeast. Set your machine to the basic setting. Select your desired crust color and start the baking process. The oat bran will lend a unique texture to the bread, making it a wholesome option for breakfast or as a side with your favorite meal. As you experiment with these 5 easy loaves, remember that the beauty of baking lies in the ability to customize each recipe to suit your taste. Feel free to add your favorite herbs, spices, or mix-ins like nuts or seeds to create your own signature bread. The versatility of a bread machine allows you to explore a world of flavors and textures, making it a valuable addition to any kitchen. Baking bread at home is not just about the end product. It's about the process, the anticipation, and the joy of sharing something homemade with loved ones. Each loaf tells a story, whether it's a simple white bread that brings back memories of childhood sandwiches or a fragrant garlic bread that enhances a family dinner. So, dust off your bread machine, gather your ingredients, and embark on this delicious baking adventure. With these 5 easy recipes, you'll be well on your way to becoming a home baking enthusiast, filling your kitchen with the warmth and comfort that only freshly baked bread can bring. As you slice into your creations, take a moment to savor not just the flavors, but also the joy of creating something special from scratch. Happy baking!